Ever feel like you're just going through the motions day in and day out, like something's missing? Well, maybe what you're missing is a little more kindness in your life. It sounds simple, right? But trust me, the impact of kindness goes way deeper than just making someone else feel good. It's about you too. The ancient Stoics, those wise old Greeks and Romans, were all about living a good life. And they knew that happiness wasn't something you just stumbled upon. It was something you created. One of the biggest tools in their happiness toolbox. Kindness. Think about it. When was the last time you did something really nice for someone else? Maybe you held the door open for a stranger or paid for someone's coffee. How did you feel afterward? Pretty good, right? That's because kindness isn't just about making others feel good. It's also a major mood booster. In this guide, we're going to dive deep into the world of kindness and explore how it can transform your life. We'll look at the philosophy behind kindness, as well as practical tips for incorporating more kindness into your everyday life. So, if you're ready to level up your happiness and make a positive impact on the world, let's get started. Kindness is your mood booster. Ever felt down in the dumps and didn't know why? Maybe you've had a rough day at work, or maybe you're just feeling a bit blue. Well, guess what? There's a simple yet powerful way to turn that frown upside down. Kindness. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, yeah, I know kindness is good, hear me out. The ancient Stoics, a bunch of wise old Greeks and Romans, were all about living a virtuous life. And guess what they considered one of the highest virtues? Kindness. Think about it like this. When you do something nice for someone, your brain releases little bursts of dopamine and serotonin, those feel-good chemicals that make you feel happy and satisfied. It's like nature's way of rewarding you for being a good person. Let's say you're feeling stressed out about work. Instead of scrolling through social media or watching Netflix, try doing something kind for someone else. Maybe you could volunteer at a local animal shelter or simply send a thoughtful text to a friend. Not only will you be making someone else's day, but you'll also be taking your mind off your own problems. The Stoics believed that we should strive to live in harmony with nature. And what's more natural than wanting to be kind to others? When we practice kindness, we're not just making the world a better place, we're also improving our own lives. So, next time you're feeling down, don't reach for that pint of ice cream or bottle of wine. Instead, try doing something kind for someone else. You might be surprised at how much better you feel. Remember, small acts of kindness can have a big impact. So, go ahead and spread a little joy today. The world needs it. Kindness is the glue that binds. Ever wondered why some relationships feel so good while others leave you feeling drained? It's all about the little things, man. And one of the biggest little things is kindness. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers who were all about living a good life, knew a thing or two about relationships. They believed that kindness was the cornerstone of any strong bond. Think about it like this. You know those people who always seem to have a crowd around them? The ones who everyone loves to be around? Well, chances are they're pretty darn kind. They make people feel seen, heard, and valued. Let's say you're feeling a bit disconnected from your partner. Instead of tuning them out when they're talking, try really listening to what they have to say. Or maybe you could surprise them with their favorite coffee in the morning. Little acts of kindness like these can go a long way in strengthening your relationship. The Stoics would say that we're all social creatures. We crave connection and belonging. And kindness is the glue that helps us bond with others. When we're kind to someone, we're not just making them feel good, we're also strengthening our own sense of community. So, next time you're hanging out with friends or family, make a conscious effort to be kind. Ask them how their day was, offer to help with a task, or simply give them a sincere compliment. You might be surprised at how much it means to them. Remember, kindness is a two-way street. When you give kindness, you're more likely to receive it in return. So go ahead and spread a little love. The world needs it. Kindness is your self-esteem booster. Ever felt like you're not good enough? Like you're constantly comparing yourself to others and coming up short? Well, there's a simple way to boost your self-esteem and start feeling better about yourself. Kindness. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers, were all about self-improvement. They believed that by practicing virtue, like kindness, we could become better people. And when we feel like we're becoming a better person, our self-esteem naturally goes up. Think about it like this. When you do something kind for someone, you're not only making their day, but you're also giving yourself a little ego boost. It's like a mini celebration of your own goodness. Let's say you're feeling insecure about your job. Instead of dwelling on your shortcomings, try helping a coworker with a project. Not only will you be making their life easier, but you'll also be reminding yourself of your value. The Stoics would say that our worth as human beings is not determined by our accomplishments or possessions. It's determined by our character, and kindness is a key component of good character. So, next time you're feeling down on yourself, try doing something kind. It could be anything from volunteering at a local charity to simply complimenting a stranger. You'll be amazed at how much better you'll feel about yourself. Remember, kindness isn't just about making others feel good. It's also about making yourself feel good. So, go ahead and spread a little kindness today. Your future self will thank you. Kindness is contagious. Ever heard the saying, pay it forward? It's this idea that one small act of kindness can spark a chain reaction, making the world a better place, one person at a time. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers, would totally dig this concept. You see, the Stoics believed that we're all interconnected. Our actions have ripple effects, and what we do affects not only ourselves, but also the people around us. Kindness, they argued, is like a pebble tossed into a pond. It creates ripples that expand outward, touching countless lives. Let's say you buy a coffee for the person behind you in line. That might seem like a small thing, but imagine if that person then went on to do something kind for someone else, and so on and so on. Pretty soon, you've started a little kindness epidemic. The Stoics would say that our goal in life should be to contribute to the common good. And what better way to do that than by spreading kindness? When we're kind to others, we're not just making their day, we're also creating a more positive and compassionate world. So, next time you're feeling a bit down, remember, your actions have the power to make a difference. A simple smile, a kind word, or a small act of service can go a long way. Remember, you're not just a drop in the ocean, you're a wave capable of creating ripples that can change the world. Let's make those ripples count. Kindness is your chill pill. Feeling stressed out? Yeah, we've all been there. Between work, family, and social media, it can feel like there's always something demanding our attention. But guess what? There's a simple yet powerful way to chill out and de-stress. Kindness. The Stoics, those wise old Greeks and Romans, were big on this idea of living a good life, and they knew that stress was a major roadblock. So, they came up with this idea of focusing on what you can control, like your actions, and letting go of what you can't, like other people's opinions. And one of the best ways to do this? By being kind. Think about it like this. When you're focused on helping someone else, you're taking your mind off your own problems. It's like hitting the reset button on your brain. Let's say you're feeling overwhelmed at work. Instead of freaking out, try helping a colleague with a task. Not only will you be making their day, but you'll also be taking your mind off your own stress. The Stoics would say that we should strive to live in harmony with ourselves and others, and kindness is a big part of that. When we're kind, we're less likely to feel resentful or angry, which are both major stress triggers. So, next time you're feeling stressed, try doing something kind. It could be anything from volunteering at a local shelter to simply sending a positive message to a friend. You'll be amazed at how much better you'll feel. Remember, kindness is like a warm hug for your soul. It can help you relax, de-stress, and find peace in even the most chaotic of situations. So, go ahead and spread a little kindness today. Your future self will thank you. Kindness is your happiness. Hack. Ever wondered why some people just seem to have it all figured out? They're always happy, positive, and seem to attract good things. Well, there's a secret to their happiness. Kindness. The Stoics, those wise old Greeks and Romans, were big on this idea of living a good life, and they knew that happiness wasn't something you just stumble upon. It's something you create. And one of the best ways to create happiness is by being kind. Think about it like this. When you do something nice for someone, it gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. It's like a little dopamine hit that makes you feel good. And the more you do it, the happier you'll become. Let's say you're feeling a bit down in the dumps. Instead of wallowing in self-pity, try doing something kind for someone else. Maybe you could volunteer at a local food bank or simply send a handwritten letter to a friend. Not only will you be making someone else's day, but you'll also be boosting your own mood. The Stoics would say that happiness isn't found in external things, like money or possessions. It's found within. And one of the best ways to cultivate inner happiness is by living a virtuous life, which includes being kind to others. So next time you're looking for a quick happiness boost, try doing something kind. It could be as simple as smiling at a stranger or holding the door open for someone. You'll be amazed at how much happier you'll feel. Remember, kindness is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So go ahead and spread a little joy today. You'll be glad you did. Kindness is your superpower. Ever wondered how you can make a difference in the world? It might seem like a big task, but the truth is that even the smallest acts of kindness can have a ripple effect that spreads far and wide. The Stoics, those wise old Greeks and Romans who were all about living a good life, believed that our purpose in life was to contribute to the greater good. And one of the best ways to do that? By being kind. Think of it like this. You know those viral videos of random acts of kindness? The ones that make you smile and feel all warm and fuzzy inside. That's the power of kindness in action. When we're kind to others, we're not just making their day better, we're also inspiring others to be kind. It's like a chain reaction of positivity. Let's say you see someone struggling to carry their groceries. Instead of just walking by, you offer to help them. That small act of kindness might not seem like much, but it could make a huge difference in that person's day. And who knows, maybe they'll go on to do something kind for someone else. The Stoics would say that we're all interconnected. Our actions have consequences, and what we do affects not only ourselves but also the people around us. By choosing to be kind, we're contributing to a more positive and compassionate world. So, next time you're feeling a bit down or overwhelmed, remember, You have the power to make a difference. A simple act of kindness, no matter how small, can change someone's day or even their life. Remember, every little bit counts. So go ahead and be the change you want to see in the world. Kindness is your people magnet. Ever noticed how some people just seem to attract awesome friends and connections? It's not magic, it's kindness. When you're consistently kind to others, you're essentially putting out a vibe that says, "Hey, I'm a cool person to be around." And guess what? Cool people tend to stick together. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers who were all about living a good life, would totally agree. They believed that our relationships were a huge part of our happiness. And guess what's the best way to build strong, lasting relationships? You guessed it, kindness. Think about it this way. You're at a party and you meet someone new. They could be the most interesting person in the world, but if they're rude or dismissive, you're probably not going to want to hang out with them again. On the other hand, if they're kind and friendly, you're more likely to want to get to know them better. Let's say you're starting a new job. Instead of keeping to yourself, try going out of your way to introduce yourself to your co-workers and offer to help out where you can. Pretty soon, you'll have a whole new group of friends. The Stoics would say that we should strive to make the world a better place. And one of the best ways to do that is by building strong, positive relationships. When we're kind to others, we're not only making their lives better, we're also creating a more connected and compassionate world. So, next time you're feeling lonely or isolated, remember, kindness is your superpower. By being kind to others, you're not only making new friends, you're also attracting positive energy into your life. Remember, the more kindness you give, the more kindness you'll receive. So, go ahead and spread some joy today. You'll be glad you did. Kindness is your patience potion. Ever found yourself getting super annoyed at someone for doing something really small? Like maybe they cut you off in traffic or took the last slice of pizza. We've all been there. But here's the thing. Kindness can help you stay calm, cool, and collected, even in the most frustrating situations. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers who were all about keeping their cool, knew a thing or two about patience. They figured that life is full of stuff we can't control, and getting worked up about it is a total waste of time. So they practiced this thing called apatheia, which basically means being unbothered by the ups and downs of life. And guess what? Kindness is a big part of that. Think about it like this. When you're feeling impatient or frustrated, it's easy to focus on what you want and what you want now. But when you practice kindness, you start to see things from other people's perspectives. You realize that maybe that person who cut you off is having a really bad day. Or maybe they just didn't see you. Let's say you're stuck in a long line at the grocery store. Instead of getting angry, try to find something to be grateful for, like the fact that you have food to buy. Or strike up a conversation with the person behind you. You might be surprised at how much better you'll feel. The Stoics would say that we should focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. And one thing we can always control is our attitude. By choosing to be kind, we're choosing to respond to difficult situations with patience and understanding. So, next time you're feeling frustrated or impatient, take a deep breath and remember, kindness is your patience potion. It might not always be easy, but it's definitely worth it. Remember, patience and understanding are like muscles. The more you practice them, the stronger they become. So, go ahead and give it a try. You might be surprised at how much better you'll feel. Kindness makes you a better human. Ever wondered why some people just seem to have it all together? They're always calm, collected, and just seem like genuinely good people. Well, there's a secret to their awesomeness: kindness. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers who were all about living a good life, would totally agree. They believed that the ultimate goal in life was to become a better person. And guess what? Kindness is a huge part of that. Think about it like this. When you're kind to someone, you're not just making their day better, you're also making yourself a better person. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, helps you grow as a human being. Let's say you're having a really bad day. The last thing you want to do is be kind to someone, but you force yourself to smile at the cashier or hold the door open for someone. Guess what? You'll probably end up feeling a lot better. The Stoics would say that virtue is its own reward. When we act virtuously, we're not just doing it for the sake of others, we're doing it for ourselves too. And one of the highest virtues is kindness. So, next time you're feeling a bit down on yourself, remember, kindness is your superpower. By being kind to others, you're not only making the world a better place, you're also becoming a better version of yourself. Remember, kindness is a journey, not a destination. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. So, go ahead and spread some kindness today. You'll be glad you did. So, there you have it. Kindness isn't just about being a nice person. It's a superpower that can transform your life in countless ways. From boosting your mood to strengthening your relationships, the benefits of kindness are endless. Remember, the Stoics believed that virtue, and kindness is definitely a virtue, is its own reward. When you're kind to others, you're not just making their day better, you're also investing in your own happiness. So, what are you waiting for? Start small. Hold the door open for someone. Compliment a stranger. Volunteer your time. Every little bit counts. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And one of the best ways to react to life's challenges is with kindness. By choosing kindness, you're not only making the world a better place, but you're also becoming a better version of yourself. So go forth and spread some kindness. You'll be glad you did. Remember, the ripple effects of kindness are endless. One small act of kindness can inspire countless others. So, let's all do our part to make the world a kinder, more compassionate place.